without getting into it or getting into it if you want to, why did you sort of turn to prescription pills then?
Yeah, I didn't mention it in the letter, but like 2.5 years ago, my dad was diagnosed with ALS, and that was, so out of the blue, and didn't really know. I spent a lot of time in the following 6 to 9 months leading up, spending as much time with him as I could, knowing that if we started touring, it wouldn't be possible. But I was actually introduced to painkillers and Xanax a little bit before that, and then it just increased when that happened, and I became aware of what he was dealing with. And so initially, I would just take him like any other drug, just like, oh, cool, I'll see what this is like. And then it wasn't too long after where I remember I was taking like 1 Vicodin a day, and then my friend told me, we couldn't get any or something, and it was like, oh, are you feeling the withdrawal symptoms? And that's the first time that I'd ever even taken a drug that had withdrawal, like serious withdrawal symptoms. And that was the first. That was scary too. I mean, that was when I first recognized the fact that, wow, I have to take this, unless I just have 3 or 4 days to check out and lay in bed, and rather than do the smart thing and deal with it right then, I progressed and took more and more.
Right. And, you provide yourself with these moments of introspection and stuff like that. So I'm interested. What did you learn about yourself and your addictions when you were in treatment?
Well, I know a lot of people that say, I don't think I'm an alcoholic, or I don't think I'm a drug addict, or people that were in treatment that were there because their family wanted them to be, or their wife wanted them to be, or something like that. But they weren't in it to get sober for themselves. And I realized that, I can't ever try to kid myself that I'm not an alcoholic, that I'm not a drug addict, that I can just have a little bit. Also that, it felt really good to be honest with those people in there. It's weird how close you can become with these people that instantly you have something to connect to them with, and 3 days in, you're kind of telling them things that I haven't told my best friends.
Right.
And I don't know, it was really therapeutic and made some good friends, and also learned about like this tight-knit community of people, especially in LA. There's a lot of people that you would never know, and extremely successful people that were in a place just like I was, that it could have gone the other way.
Are you nervous about that? And are there things put in place to sort of make sure that you're okay?
I am nervous, to be honest, because there's no way to really replicate that experience prior to leaving. I mean, there's just no way to get a feel. So, coming into it, I was just like, I feel really positive about where I'm at, but I can't, I can't know every situation that I'm going to be in. I'm going to be in hotel rooms where there's, just whatever, alcohol readily available. And, but I'm lucky to be in a band that isn't, Guns N' Roses or something. It really is like a great thing to not have to feel like I'm necessarily having to alter everybody else's life so that I can fit in. That's something I didn't want to do, and after playing the show last night, again, it was great to play a show where I was just conscious and in the moment and clear, and wasn't just thinking about, oh, awesome, when I get off stage, now I can drink however much I want, and that'll be my that's really what I'm thinking about.
So,
style thing.
Brendan, Dallin, are they curtailing drinking backstage? Is there still going to be alcohol backstage?
Yeah, I think there is probably going to be some limited amount or whatever. But yeah, they're very accepting of the situation, and I think that that's one of the biggest things that I realized once I stopped, was how in my head when I was drinking a lot and using, you kind of just tell yourself that, oh yeah, this is how much everybody drinks. And then now stopping and really seeing like somebody order one drink and leave half of it on the table, you're like, wow, that is somebody who, you know, is not dependent on that. And it's kind of just more reinforcement of how careful I need to be.
Sure. And it's interesting, that's the last question as well. You know, you guys were creating this really sort of, you know, liberating, you know, record. It was when you were really going through a lot of your struggles. So you have this one thing that's going really well and amazing, and you're having such a hard time coping on a daily basis. Did you ever think at any point that you were going to maybe leave the band, that you needed to leave the band to get better?
I didn't know if I would be, how many times I could show up and try to pretend and continually be asked back. That was the thing. I mean, I remember once I got clean telling Brendan, you know, thanks for you know, the fact that I'm still in the band, because there were a lot of things that the state that I was in that would have warranted a decision like that.
Did they ever confront you while this is going on and
No.
say you need to get together? Or?
No.
Yeah.
But I think as it got closer to the album coming out and all that stuff, that would have been a serious issue
Sure.
that would have come up.